The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Paladin.
I have some reports to file, and you have a debriefing to attend. We'll talk later.
If Dumb and Ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
Catch you standing around. You'll be on report before you can blink.
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I personally insist on scrutinizing every recruit who boards this vessel. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
It's not like I have a choice.
If you want to remain with us, then you're right. You don't. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address, after which Elder Maxson wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed to Elder Maxson's address. Anything else?
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. Until Elder Maxson grants you that title. Anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxson?
Elder Maxson is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity, in a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military. He's an inspiration to... Is there anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head...
Welcome aboard.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that
Go
the
check
ship
that
is
out.
in position,
Over here.
it is time to reveal our purpose and our beneath the Commonwealth. There is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could
Wait
prove
there.
to be the world's undoing for the second
Come on.
time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the
Move
atom
here.
bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking, and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad
Ad Victoriam!
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
The human-looking synths are the worst. They hide in plain sight.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
If you say so.
I can understand your indecisiveness. Turning your weapons on the very same people that you're trying to save can be a bitter pill to swallow.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
Only a knight? Why not a paladin like Dance?
The Brotherhood maintains a strict hierarchy. Paladin is several ranks above Knight, and it took Dance many years to achieve that goal. With your continued loyalty to the Brotherhood. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck. Welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Delta sequence initiated. Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Hey there.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
Good. Because we've got a lot of work ahead of us, and I don't want anything slowing us down. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Do you need to come with me now?
It might help if I tagged along with you. On the other hand, you might want to make your first impression without a paladin standing over your shoulder. It's up to you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Blah, 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 blah.
When I get off duty, that Salisbury steak is mine.
Boy! Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place.
Finish familiarizing yourself with the Prydwen's personnel. Then meet me on the flight deck.
I don't know about Scribner, I think she loves...
Cade?
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
As long as it doesn't involve petroleum jelly and rubber gloves, I'm ready.
No. This isn't that sort of examination. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
My father said I used to sit way too close to the television.
The television? Wait a second. Let me check my notes here. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to... We don't want a single crew. Anyway, this exam...
I hope that you're kidding.
Not at all. I'm quite... However, I'll just assume that your answer to that one is a no. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
Well, there was this one really ugly girl in college. I mean, I had to get drunk, and it was a dare, and ugh.
That hardly qualifies. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood?
If my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer. And the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
Ah, good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment to address your question.
Whatever suits you.
Expanding the technological knowledge of the Brotherhood is what suits me. If I can help by weeding out the undesirable works, then so be it. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit described in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrol. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the...
If you want my help, just ask.
I wasn't aware you were interested, Knight. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
No matter how many battles we win, there's always another fight ahead of us.
So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without... And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I...
Mm-hmm. I hardly noticed.
Can't tell if you're patronizing me or trying to be polite. How about I just forget you mentioned it? Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
You must be in there for a reason. Maybe I'll keep my distance.
Where are you off to? Is it something I said?
Excuse me, Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked...
Right. Looks uncomfortable.
It's not that bad. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the...
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory, keeping the Brotherhood supplied. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to... Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
I could use some extra cash.
You need them, and I want you to spend them here. It's a match made. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, a gun, a mod...
Proctor Tegan.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted...
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. And this is the stowage. The powers that... If you need to stock up...
Right. That's good to know.
I'm glad you... When I tell the good news, yeah, I'm mostly in... Of course.
Caps on the side, huh? Doesn't sound like official.
Well, it is.
Uh-huh.
It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting.
Sure.
And since I...
Greetings, Knight.
Proctor Tegan.
What can I get for you today?
Let me see what you have.
Sure, I've got some...
Uh-huh.
What brings you to me today?
Have anything unusual?
I have some special mods I've been working on. Sort of a hobby I have to pass the time. Slap a few of them onto your weapons, and I am pretty sure they'll put...
Set me up.
Sure, I've got some...
Ad Victorian, brother.
Hail, Knight.
Station keeping maintained.
Now that
Cluster's
you've had a
stable.
chance to roam the Pridwin, what do you think, Knight?
She's very impressive.
Yes. Quite a feat of engineering, isn't she? It took the Brotherhood's sharpest minds over 2 years to design, and more than twice that to build.
That's a long time.
Constructing the Pridwin required a vast amount. We spent the first 2 years alone gathering. It was worth the effort. With the Pridwin in her presence in the Commonwealth ensures that our mission to defeat the Institute will end in victory.
If they don't blow it out of the sky.
You need to learn to have a bit more faith. In any event, I hope your tour of the Pridwin helped act. I think you'll find that the more familiar you become with both her capabilities and you're dismissed, Knight.
We're getting a 3% Z tilt. Adjusting thrust recommended.
There's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Tighten up the meter.
That?
I can't talk right now. I have a lot on my mind.
Elder Maxon, I have a set of plans to build a signal interceptor to get me inside the Institute.
An intriguing proposal that I'll have to seriously consider. However, before I allow any of my soldiers to breach the Institute, careful preparations need to be made. In the meantime, I need you to follow my orders and remain patient.
Why wait when we have a way inside right now?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I'm not willing to risk the lives. Give us time to validate. Then when the time is right, I promise. You're dismissed, Knight.
Elder.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Pridwin's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've...
Sure.
Let's get right to it, then. Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutant, having those aberrations of nature close. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
This seems like a waste of time.
Eager to take the fight to the instant? Those abominations are playing nursemaid to a human.
Right.
If we leave Fort Strong unchecked...
These super mutants are a threat to the security.
Now, we have a vertibird on stand. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong. Dismissed.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Get on that gunship, soldier. I want Fort Strong cleared and that stockpile secured.
If you work, you eat. It's as simple as that.
Building something?
Wouldn't mind one of these at the agency.
Fist was weak leader. Strong glad to be rid of him. Someday, super mutants kill everything. So much walking. Want to do more fighting? Strong hope we find milk of human kindness soon.
Life still ain't perfect, but we're surviving.
So many humans, not many super mutants. No green stuff here.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in the fight anymore. Back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy Mablin.
My back hurts, my feet hurts, everything hurts.
Hey.
Awaiting your command.
Excuse me, Paladin Dance?
Yes?
We should go our separate ways.
I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is a foolish decision. But it's yours to make. Come back alive, soldier.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Hey there.
Looking for a weapon?
I'll take a look, sure.
Here's what I've got.
Nice.
trying to get someone killed?
You hear about that farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something? You should know, but people have been complaining a bit about the bed situation.
Huh? You know what I call a good day? One that ends without an empty stomach. I'm sure I have something you need.
Let's see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
Crop's coming in pretty good. I think I've got something in your size.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Great.
Yeah? Hey, easy living. This ain't.
Strong! Want to smash
What are you
something?
building?
Humans all look funny. Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat. Strong getting hungry. Want someone to eat. Strong want to smash something. Fist was weak leader. Strong
I'll
go
hand
with
it to you.
human.
This place isn't awful. It's
Yes,
still a hole.
come with me.
Could be
Strong
worse.
trap.
Farming's as honest work gets.
Just looking to trade a little. Hey,
What needs smashing? Human carry so much. Strong only need hammer.
What gave you the idea
Heads
we're
up.
friends?
Good meat. Not too fresh. Have some, human.
you should head home.
Human not want strong? Bah! Strong not need human either. Go back to tower.
What?
Strong hope we find milk of human kindness soon. So much walking. Want to do more fighting. World is bigger than Strong knew. So many humans, not many super mutants.
Hope you ain't one of them synths, here to spy on me.
Another day of hard work. It never changes. Huh?
What do you need, General?
I have plans here to build a signal interceptor that can get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
It gets me inside the Institute. That's all that matters.
Okay, General. If you think it will really work, then you should see if Sturgis can make heads or tails of those plans. But they're worried the super mutants will come back in force. You better get over there before it's too late.
Most people are good at breaking things. I enjoy putting them back together.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow. What a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Either it is, or we end up building one hell of a paperweight.
Well, whoever wrote this does seem to know what they're talking about. Could be a genius or totally...
Sure.
Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it, but it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
If you ain't been up to see Grey Garden, you should go. The whole place is run by robots.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest?
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. Here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Can you explain how...
Let me break it down for you. There's, 4 main parts to this thing. 1, a control console to input the code. 2, what he calls a relay dish. That's what intercepts the teleporter signal. 3, a molecular beam emitter. Gets pretty technical here, but looks like this is what translates your matter into energy for transmission. 4, the stabilized reflector platform that you already built. That's what concentrates and reflects the molecular beam. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other. I'll see you over at the building site. Just gotta make sure we've got enough power. Once we got everything in place, we'll have to hook it all up to the same power grid.
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice.
I have some things to do first.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll keep tuning this baby. Although we won't know if it's gonna work until we actually try it.
Who's there? That sound, what is it? Someone there? Good fight, human! You'll die well! No! Ah! You'll pay for that!
Huh? Speak up.
What are you building? Someone there. That sound. What is it? Must have been nothing. Let's get closer!
Ugh.